What's up, everybody?
I'm Jackson.
And I'm Kenny.
And we are
JK Builders. Today we're doing a review of the Knights of Ren transport ship. And remember, we are still planning on giving away this LEGO Ideas vintage car set. Once we hit 100 subscribers, we're getting awfully close. It could happen any day now. All you have to do is subscribe to our channel and comment on any of our videos. I subscribe, and you'll be entered to win this LEGO Ideas vintage car. Be sure to do that. There you go. Jackson's going to break down the box for us.
Well, it's 9 plus. The item number is 75284. It's 595 pieces, and it comes with Rey, a Knight of Ren. Well, two Knights of Ren.
Two Knights of Ren. Is that it?
Yep.
Cool. So, yeah, checking out the box, it looks like, I don't know what planet they're on. What is this, Jakku, maybe?
It's the planet that they're on.
In the movie?
Yeah, I guess so.
So yeah, you got the two Knights of Ren here. Looks like they're duking it out with Rey. This is the Night Buzzard, or the Knights of Ren transport ship. Up here you have Darth Vader for some reason. I don't know why that's the case. This is a episode 9 set. So Rise of Skywalker. On the back you got another view of the ship, the Night Buzzard. You have the Knight of Ren firing at Rey deflecting those blaster shots. It shows you how the top of the ship opens up, but it shows you how the spring-loaded shooters fire off. This is one as well that is included in the Star Wars Luke Skywalker Saga Lego game that's soon to be released as well. Cool, let's check out the instructions. All right, here is the instruction book. Just kind of a small book. There's only, what, 600 pieces? Less than 600 pieces? But 130 pages, nothing too special or fancy about this one. Pretty simple build. It didn't take me very long. I built this one a while ago, probably about a year ago. Last spring sometime, I think we built this one. So it has been out for a little while, and so we'll take a look at it and see if it disappointed or impressed. All right, so here it is, the Knights of Ren transport ship. Forgive me, it is still pretty dusty. I tried to dust it off a little bit for the video, but it's black, shiny Lego, so the dust does show up. So here it is. I guess it is bigger than I expected it to be, is the first thing I'm noticing. But as you look at the front, you got these little great pieces. The spring-loaded shooters are right here. Lots of little details on this. These flaps do come up. That's kind of how you built it, is you pop those on and then turn them down. It's got a couple of guns here on the front, cannons. It's got one here on the top. You come around here, there's a lot of little details as far as like hoses and pipes and features like that. To shoot the spring-loaded shooters, you're just going to push that thing right there and shoot Jackson in the stomach. There is one on each side. On the top, you have another gun right here. You have a couple of dual cannons right there. On the back, you have these thrust engines on the back. There are two of those, one on each side. As you look at the other side, it's very similar to the first side we looked at with the pipes and hoses. Just very mechanical looking. Another spring-loaded shooter on this side. Up here on the top, you can open up these hatches, and this is where your Knights of Ren can go. Now, one unfortunate thing about it is there is no interior space on this build, so the Knights of Ren do just kind of stick out the top. So we'll put those in there like so. They do just kind of stand and hang out on top like that. They can't go down inside, which is kind of a bummer. Then you have Rey here who can fight them from outside of the ship. Now this is a ship that you only see briefly in the movie. I think there's only, what, 2 scenes that I can think of?
There's two scenes, I think.
So yeah, you only see it for a few seconds, and then obviously the Knights of Ren in those movies, I'm sure I'm not alone when I say they just were a disappointment overall. They didn't really have that big of a role. You thought that they were going to be super cool and do some super cool things, and they did very, very little. And then at the end of the movie, they ended up being kind of wimps and got their butts kicked by Kylo Ren, right? Yeah. So this is one of the few ways that you can get these two Knights of Ren. Disney's not dumb. They split these up into, or I guess Disney and Lego weren't dumb. They split these Knights of Ren up into several sets, so that in order to collect all 6 of them, you had to collect several different sets. But these two, I believe, are exclusive to this set. So to get all 6, you do have to buy this Knights of Ren transport. They do look pretty cool though. They're nice minifigures. This one's got the awesome little helmet. He's got the big old gun that's kind of different. Got the printing on the front legs and back. I really do like the helmets and how they're all different. They do just have the black heads, which is kind of disappointing. This one is completely different than the first. It's got a totally different gun. It's got a totally different helmet. Similar printing, but different printing on the body, legs, and back. And again, he just has the black head with no face. So then we have the Rey minifig, which is, I think it's the same Rey that we've seen in other sets. She's sporting the blue Anakin lightsaber. She does have the dual faces, one on the back and one on the front. But yeah, she's got the printing on the torso and the legs and the back. So as far as my pros go, it is a cool looking set. I think just looking at it as it sits on a shelf or in front of me, I think it looks cool. The ship on the movie is a cool ship. When they announced that they were going to make this, I was kind of surprised because it is barely in the movie, but I was excited. I was excited to have it and build it. But all in all, I am quite disappointed. Definitely not one of my favorite Star Wars Lego sets. Probably one of my least favorite. And here's why. One is the fact that there's no interior features of the ship. All you have is these things that open and close, and the Knights of Ren can stand in them. If you look at the bottom, you can kind of see just how they cut costs. They absolutely cut costs. This one, I think, retails for $79.99 on the Lego store. But other than some landing gear, it's just kind of hollow and open. So there's not much to it.
Pretty messy.
These pieces, like the engines, extremely flimsy. Like they're barely on there. They flip around. These sides aren't stable. They can flip around. So it really is just a shell of a ship. It's not really even a full-on ship. So I think for the cost, it's definitely overpriced because there just isn't much to it. But other than that, there are a few playable features. It's got the spring-loaded shooters. It's got some cannons. Obviously, if you wanted to play out the movie, you could. You could have the Knights of Ren. I mean, there's some fun things, some fun aspects that you can play with. But as far as the quality of the build and what you get for your money, I was just super disappointed. Just really flimsy and not very well built. Jackson, what are some of your thoughts?
Well, first off, things that I don't like. I love how it looks. I mean, I love the engines. Well, the engines, I think, look just like the movie. I've watched it, but like a month ago, I started watching it again because I'm so obsessed with Star Wars, and I saw just these boosters in the movie. So just all of the playability that's in it, I think is really good. You can play out the movie. Things that I don't like about it, like you said, these are really flimsy.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing that I don't like is they really needed to clean up the bottom. Just clean it up.
Yeah, like I said, it's like a shell of a ship.
Well, first of all, I think it's overpriced, like you said.
Yeah, so I mean, I think it's pretty cool for what it is. If they would have cut the price by, I don't know, $20, maybe it's worth it. I think if you can hit it up on a sale, or if you have a gift card or VIP points or something, then maybe it's worth a buy just so you can add it to as part of the collection. The minifigs I think are nice. If you need to collect all the Knights of Ren, then it's probably going to be a must-have, so you can get those 2 minifigs. But all in all, I'm going to say that this one, unless you need it for one of those reasons, it's a hard pass for me. I just don't think it's worth the cost, and it's just, at the end of the day, it's really just kind of a flimsy, cheap build that I feel like they just kind of cut corners on. So, all right, so on a scale of 1 to 10, this one is going to get a 6.5 from me. So my worst rated Lego set. All in all, I was just pretty disappointed on this one. Jackson, what did you give it?
I'm going to give it a 7.7. I think it's a really nice set. Just there are a lot of kind of bad things that I don't like about it, but overall, I mean, it's a cool set.
Yeah. So like I said, I think this one retails for $79.99. I think I've seen it as cheap as $69.99. You can pick it up at most stores. When I go into like Walmart or Target, this is one set they seem to always have. So I know it's definitely not one that's hard to find. But yeah, pick it up if you need those Knights of Ren minifigs, or if you just want to add it to your collection. But otherwise, I just don't think it's worth the cost, and it just is kind of a disappointment to me. So, all right, so there it is, the Knights of Ren transport ship. Do you have it? Do you want it? What do you think of it? Comment down below. As always, like and subscribe. And until next time, keep on building.